What's up guys, Sowerz here, and today I'm going to bring you a question and answer video. I have been banging on about this all the time saying I was going to do one, but finally I'm going to get round to it. Obviously the reveal for the Call of Duty Ghosts was recently and I did a video on that, so that kind of took up one video. But yeah, I'm going to get round to it, answer some questions. These questions from about a week ago on Twitter, so some of you might remember. I'll just kind of go through them and kind of try and choose some good questions here and answer them the best I can. The first question is from _hoaxer, and before I answer that, actually, I've almost forgot to mention the gameplay. Just an 8's lobby with some professional Call of Duty players, if I may say. So yeah, hopefully you guys enjoy that in the background. But yeah, the first question, _hoaxer, how did you get into the position you are in now? And really, I guess that just is like asking me what my gaming history is. And really, I started out with my own team on Call of Duty 4 about 5-6 years ago. I don't know. It's quite a long time ago. So yeah, I started quite a long time ago, and really it was at the start of the scene, so really I've pretty much seen every player come in and go out since it started. And it's an advantage starting from the start, there's no doubt about it. You know, the scene wasn't as big back then, and pretty much me and my brother made a team with some friends, and we stuck together for a long time, helped each other's games out, stuff like that, and we just improved. And ever since then we've really, you know, I've always been pretty much at the top of the scene in terms of, you know, attending LANs and placing pretty consistently. So, I mean, you know, if this is a question asking how do you get to the top, then, you know, from my experience, I always say that you just got to get a team that you can stick together with and enjoy playing with and try and learn. Don't try and go into it trying to win. You know, go into esports trying to learn, because people come in and try and win straight away, but that's just not. It's not going to work. You're never going to win straight away, and you're never going to be the best straight away. It never works like that. So, you know, really, for me, what I try to do is I try to learn as much as I could, as quickly as I could. And, you know, that's the first and foremost thing. Just keep trying to learn. That's what it's all about. If you keep just trying to win, you know, you're not really got a goal there that's realistic. You just try and learn, get with people you enjoy playing with, and, you know, that's my kind of tip of the year, if you like. I don't know. Yeah. So next question. Hopefully that was a good answer there for you, Hoaxer. But yeah, next question is from let's have a look. At SG_Gaz. In terms of Call of Duty, where do you think the future of esports is at? PC or console? In brackets, I know console is bigger now. Call of Duty right now is the biggest it's ever been. Like you said, console or PC. It is bigger on console right now. I think it will only get bigger because of the simple fact that Call of Duty is so massively known. It's the biggest entertainment franchise there is. And when you've got something like that, it's basically unlimited resources. So esports right now is what? Probably about, at the maximum, I don't even know what percentage, but it's definitely not double figures percentage, but the awareness of esports in Call of Duty is not that big. And look how big we are right now. You know, we've got the potential to be as big as LoL, if not bigger. There's no doubt about that. So it's just really, it's more about these companies that have come in like MLG, Gfinity, how can they really help our scene? And I think we've definitely got the right people behind it right now to get the best out of things and make sure that console esports really does become the next big thing. And I have absolutely no doubt that in a few years you will see people doing it for a living. People already do in America, you know, and I'd say we're roughly a year and a bit behind American scene in terms of viewership. Although you could say, yeah, I guess the latest EGL wasn't the best, but if you look at the EGL events, they pretty much almost matched MLG Halo, which might surprise a few people, but maybe the recent EGL didn't because of the fact UMG was on, which I think if it got an American team over and UMG wasn't on, I think it would have done a lot better, no doubt about that. But yeah, I don't think console esports is going to die. There's absolutely, you know, no way of that. But what I'm saying basically is I've got full confidence that it will keep growing at the rate it has. And, you know, people might not think it's growing that quickly, but this, you know, the scene in general is, the awareness of it is growing quickly, and that's the main thing. And Gfinity is really going to help put us onto the next level. I think that's what we really needed, and I've said this before, so I won't say it again, but Gfinity is what we needed to make that next big leap forward in terms of the awareness of esports. It's grown a lot since I first started, but there's a lot more things that could be done. The next question is from at TG_Shadowkiller, and he's asking, how can we win gun battles easier? And I always say this in pretty much any video that I've ever been asked this, but Call of Duty is not about gun skill. And I know you're asking, you know, how do you win gun battles easier? And the main way I'd say this, you know, you can improve this, is not by your gun skill. It's mainly to do with awareness. Like, imagine you have a VSAT the whole game. You will be able to set up for every single kill you get in a way, even if you've not got a good shot, you'll be able to set yourself up in a position that gives you an advantage because you've got more awareness over them, what's going on. So because you've got a VSAT, you know where they're coming from, and so you can set up before they can outreact you or outshoot you. So, okay, yeah, not every player has a VSAT, and nobody has a VSAT. But what I'm saying is that if you have a headset, listening to gunshots around you, listening to call-outs, making call-outs, using your map to identify where the other team might have spawned, that's like knowledge, that's actually game knowledge. That's what's going to allow you to like kind of set up before going into a gun battle. And so the main thing I'd say to win gun battles easier is try and improve the way you set up before going into a gun battle. So if you're sprinting around like a headless chicken all the time, not really thinking what's going on around you, you're not going to ever go into a gun battle prepared. So it's all about trying to go into a gun battle prepared. That's what the top players are really good at. You'll never really see them just sprinting around, you know, randomly unless they've just come off spawn. You know, their awareness is, you know, at the top level, and awareness, I'd say, is one of the main things. Being aware of what's going on around you, which allows you to make those kills. So I'd say awareness, you know, try and improve your awareness and your communication. That's two things that are going to help your teammates win gun battles, and it's going to help yourself as well. The next question, let's have a look. What are your thoughts on trash talk and screaming at events? I think this is quite a good one to actually answer because I've tweeted about this a tiny bit, and obviously the stuff that's happened at UMG was a bit controversial, and in general, trash talk to me is not a big deal to me, but if we want console esports to grow, it needs to go. It's that simple. I mean, I'm not saying completely go, but what I think needs to happen is there needs to be rules and things that come in place to stop like some of the things that are being said. Like, I think shouting abuse at the crowd is too far, and I think comparing bank accounts is too far. And just things like that, you know, in general, you look at an MLG event, and that's what I think trash talk needs to be like at MLG events. It's not completely limited to the fact where there's no hype in games, but it's limited into a fact that companies will look at it and think, hang on, yeah, there's hype at those events, and it's enjoyable to watch with the viewers, but it's not going to insult people, and it's not going to look unprofessional. There's kind of a line we need to draw here. Do we want to... Okay, it makes it more entertaining. That even I have said this. You know, it does make it more entertaining. But for us to grow as a scene and, you know, get more companies involved, and which will bring more benefits to more people. You know, the more companies involved, the more prize money there is to more teams, the more funding teams will get, the more opportunities there is for everybody out there. So it benefits everybody. People kind of think it just benefits the top teams, but it will benefit everybody. You know, if things are turned down and more companies do get involved. I've only answered a few questions there, I know, guys. So I'll try and do some more. I'm hoping to do one of these videos a week. So yeah, I mean, hopefully those answers are pretty good there. I know I went kind of in depth on them, but rather than just doing like loads of questions and not really going in depth, I'm trying to like take a few, you know, the best questions I get and then do them in depth. Hopefully you guys enjoyed that. Please drop it a like if you enjoyed it, guys. I'd really appreciate that. And yeah, I'll see you in the next video, guys. Take it easy.